Welcome to YouTube for Lawyers. My name is Christopher Neufeld, and in this particular video, we'll be discussing how it's increasingly less likely that prospective clients are going to be contacting you cold. And what do I mean by this? I mean that clients are ever less likely to have not researched you, checked you out on the internet, looked at YouTube videos before making a decision as to whether or not to engage you for a particular legal assignment and to address their legal problems. So we're not operating a generation or two ago where lawyers could rely exclusively upon telephone books, much less having telephone books, signs outside of their building, signs inside of magazines or publications to get them engaged with the public and solicit clients. Those days are done. And if they're not completely done, they're going that way very quickly. There still is the potential to be recommended by another client, by somebody else in business. However, that by itself is not coming in cold because you're coming in with a recommendation. Those clients have heard good things about you and your potential. But if it's not by recommendation and you're going through some means of marketing, typically, once people find out your name, they find out your area of practice, they're going to do even the least bit of research. They're going to look you up on the internet. They're going to look at your LinkedIn profile. If you have a website, they're going to look at your website. And now more and more so, if you have YouTube videos that address specific legal problems or legal challenges that the particular client is looking to have addressed, they will look at those too, because they want to know in advance whether or not you are capable of tackling the legal issue that faces them. They want to know that you have the requisite skill, the requisite experience, knowledge, and interest to tackle the legal work that is in front of you. Because if you don't have that, chances are people are going to start looking for alternatives. They're going to be looking for people who actually do practice in that area, who do talk about that, because they want somebody for whom this is second nature. They want somebody with whom they have experience in it, and they're willing to discuss it. Because simply waiting until you pick up the telephone and contact the person or send an email is oftentimes not sufficient anymore, because people want to have confidence and assurances even before they make that initial phone call, even before they send out that initial email to inquire, because they have the ability to do so. And given the fact that they have that ability through the internet to make those initial inquiries and thereby avoid the issue of going to the wrong person and giving themselves that degree of confidence, they take advantage of that. And because they take advantage of it, you got to make sure you position yourself to gain the full benefit of it. Because if you're not putting yourself out there and you're not allowing the internet and YouTube videos to answer those all-important questions that are being posed by prospective clients, even before they actually engage with you, you're doing yourself a great disservice. Instead, you want to be present when they're looking for you. That means you want to get your LinkedIn profile up to date and covering enough information. It means you want to have your website covering those aspects of law that you want to be practicing in and you want people engaging with you. And now, even more so, you want to create those YouTube videos that demonstrate that you have the skills, the experience, the knowledge, and the requisite interest to tackle those areas of legal problems that those prospective clients might have. And more importantly, it is those legal issues that you want to be dealing with. So if you don't want to deal in a particular area of law, do not list it on your website. Do not list it in your LinkedIn profile, and do not list it or address it in YouTube videos. What your internet presence, what your YouTube videos should be dealing with it is areas of law that you want to be focused on, where you want to be spending your time on, and where you want clients to look at and say with confidence, I want to engage with that lawyer. That lawyer knows what they're doing. They have the requisite experience, skills, and knowledge to tackle my problems. So that they're selling themselves on you even before that they make that first contact with yourself. And that is critical. That is important, because that is how you get into the right position to gain those clients. And similarly, if they're looking for somebody else and they maybe get a name, and all of a sudden you have all this information, whether it's from your website or from YouTube videos, people are going to have second doubts about those other lawyers, because if they're not present in videos and they're not discussing stuff that is particular to those clients, do you really believe those clients are going to say, I'm going to really look to engage the person who has no interest in talking about this, has no interest in this area of practice? Yes, they might have an actual interest, but it is not demonstrated and visible. Instead, more likely than not, they're going to say, there's this lawyer. They have a genuine interest with respect to this area of law. They really want to tackle these kind of legal problems. Maybe I should give them a shot, because not only do they show an interest, but they seem to be capable in having the requisite experience, skill, and knowledge to tackle the problems. And that is simply a decision that is made, and the confidence that's created in those clients by the fact that you are out there and you are presenting on those topics. And that's what you want to be doing, because nowadays it's YouTube. It's not seminars so much as it was years back. Now it's YouTube that people are going to find you and are going to come to you. So take the opportunity and make the most of it. Thank you.